Did you know that some of the fish you think is healthy could be silently damaging your brain, heart, and joints? That you could be increasing your stroke risk by 70 to 80% simply by eating the wrong fish twice a week? For seniors over 60, this isn't just a theory. Recent research shows that eating the wrong fish regularly can quietly accelerate aging, fuel inflammation, and chip away at your memory and independence. But here's the good news. The right fish can actually transform your health. The right fish can protect your vision, strengthen your bones, cleanse your arteries, and help you stay sharp and strong well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Today, I'm revealing the 4 fish you should never eat after 60, and the 4 fish that can literally heal your body from the inside out. Everything I share is backed by peer-reviewed research. You'll find the sources in the description below. Before we start, I want to hear from you. What fish do you eat most often, and why? Drop your answer in the comments. I read and respond to as many as I can. Now, let's dive into the truth about fish after 60. The 4 worst fish for seniors. Worst fish, number 4, imported catfish. At first glance, catfish seems like a harmless choice. It's mild, affordable, and one of the cheapest fish options available. But if your catfish is imported, especially from overseas farms, it could be one of the most contaminated fish you can eat. The problem starts with how these fish are raised. Many imported catfish farms operate in extremely crowded conditions. Disease spreads quickly, so the fish are heavily dosed with antibiotics. Those antibiotics don't vanish. They accumulate in the fish's flesh. When you eat it, they end up inside your body. For seniors whose immune systems are already vulnerable, this contributes to antibiotic resistance, making real medications less effective when you truly need them. But antibiotics are only the beginning. Independent testing of imported catfish has uncovered residues of banned chemicals and carcinogens, substances that have no business being in your food. These fish are often raised in polluted waters, soaking up industrial runoff and heavy metals like mercury and lead. For older adults whose bodies process toxins less efficiently, this means higher risks of kidney damage, neurological problems, and even cancer. There's another hidden problem: inflammation. Imported catfish are usually fed unnatural diets rich in corn and soy, creating a dangerously high omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Your body needs some omega-6 fats, but too much fans the flames of inflammation. For seniors living with arthritis, heart disease, or autoimmune issues, eating this fish is like pouring gasoline on a fire. And imported catfish is nutritionally poor compared to healthier fish. It offers low-quality protein and almost none of the beneficial nutrients you'd expect from seafood. You're essentially eating empty calories laced with risks. If catfish is on your menu, always choose domestic raised catfish, which follows far stricter regulations. Worst fish number 3, tuna. For decades, tuna has enjoyed a reputation as a healthy, lean protein. But for seniors over 60, this popular fish hides a silent, invisible danger that can take a heavy toll on your brain, heart, and nervous system. The problem is mercury. Tuna, especially the larger species like albacore and big eye, sit near the top of the ocean food chain. They live long lives and feed on smaller fish, which means they absorb mercury year after year. Over time, these mercury levels accumulate in their flesh. When you eat tuna, that mercury doesn't simply pass through your system. It builds up inside your tissues, particularly your brain and nervous system. For younger people, the body may handle small amounts of mercury exposure. But for seniors whose detoxification systems slow with age, mercury is far more dangerous. Studies have shown it can trigger memory loss, confusion, numbness, tremors, and mood swings. Symptoms that often get mistaken for normal aging or even early dementia. Imagine feeling more forgetful, foggy, or emotionally unstable, and blaming it on age when the real culprit could be hiding in your tuna sandwich. The cardiovascular risks are equally concerning. Mercury places added stress on the heart and can disrupt normal electrical signaling, leading to irregular heart rhythms or even a higher risk of heart attack. Research found that seniors with higher mercury levels from tuna consumption had up to a 65% greater risk of cognitive decline. That's a number you can't afford to ignore. Here's the shocking truth. Just 2 servings of albacore or big eye tuna per week can push your mercury exposure beyond what's considered safe. That means millions of older adults who believe they're making a smart choice for lunch or dinner are unknowingly putting their long-term health at risk. Even canned tuna isn't completely safe. While light tuna contains lower mercury levels than albacore, it still carries enough to warrant strict moderation, especially for people over 60. The problem is that canned tuna often becomes a daily habit for seniors because it's convenient and affordable. But with repeated exposure, mercury gradually accumulates until the damage is done. If you love tuna, stick to canned light tuna only in small amounts, no more than once or twice a month. But the truth is, there are far safer fish available, rich in protein and omega-3s that won't load your body with heavy metals. For seniors looking to protect their memory, mood, and heart, tuna simply doesn't justify the risk. The danger is invisible, the damage accumulates slowly, and by the time symptoms appear, it may be too late to reverse them. Worst fish number 2, king mackerel. Mackerel can be confusing because it comes in 2 very different varieties, safe kinds like Atlantic or Spanish mackerel, and the dangerous kind, king mackerel. Unfortunately, many seniors don't realize the difference, and that mistake can silently put their brain, heart, and overall health in danger. King mackerel is a large, long-lived predatory fish. The longer a fish lives and the higher it sits in the food chain, the more toxins it accumulates. For king mackerel, the primary concern is mercury, and not just small amounts. King mackerel is notorious for having some of the highest mercury levels of any commonly eaten fish. Why does this matter so much for people over 60? Mercury attacks the brain and nervous system. For seniors whose nerve cells are already more vulnerable with age, mercury exposure can accelerate decline. Eating king mackerel even a few times a month can push your mercury levels above the safe limit. The results? Memory loss, tremors, difficulty concentrating, mood swings, and even depression. Many of these symptoms are often brushed off as normal aging when they may be tied directly to what's on your plate. The cardiovascular system also suffers. Mercury can damage blood vessel linings, increase oxidative stress, and disrupt electrical signaling in the heart. For seniors already managing high blood pressure, arrhythmias, or heart disease, this is like pouring fuel on the fire. Studies have linked regular king mackerel consumption to significantly higher risk of heart attack and stroke. To make matters worse, king mackerel often appears in grocery stores or restaurants under the generic label mackerel. Unless you specifically ask, you may not even realize you're eating the dangerous variety. That means seniors who think they're making a healthy choice could actually be harming themselves without knowing it. Health authorities back this up. Both the FDA and EPA explicitly warned seniors, children, and pregnant women to avoid king mackerel entirely. It's one of the few fish placed on the absolute do not eat list due to its mercury content. The risk is even greater for those with existing kidney or liver issues, which are more common after 60. These organs are responsible for filtering toxins, but when they're weakened, the body struggles to eliminate mercury. That means seniors with compromised kidney or liver function face an even higher risk of mercury poisoning. Here's the important distinction: not all mackerel is bad. Atlantic mackerel and Spanish mackerel are smaller species with much lower mercury levels and can actually be a safe, nutritious option. But king mackerel? That one is best left off your plate entirely. The bottom line is clear. While mackerel can be a healthy fish when you choose the right type, king mackerel is one of the worst choices for seniors. Its high mercury levels can silently erode your brain health, destabilize your heart, and trigger neurological symptoms that mimic aging. Worst fish. Number 1. Farm-raised tilapia. This one may surprise you. Tilapia is one of the most popular fish in America. It's cheap, widely available, and often marketed as a healthy, lean protein. But here's the harsh truth. Farm-raised tilapia is one of the worst fish seniors can eat. Many experts consider it more harmful than red meat or even bacon. The first problem is how farm tilapia is raised. In most fish farms, tilapia are crowded into cages or ponds so tightly that they're swimming in their own waste. This creates the perfect breeding ground for bacteria, parasites, and disease. To keep the fish alive in these filthy conditions, farmers resort to heavy use of antibiotics, pesticides, and antifungal agents. These chemicals don't disappear. They build up in the fish's body and ultimately end up in yours. For seniors whose immune systems may already be weaker and whose bodies process toxins more slowly, this creates a dangerous burden. Even more alarming is the quality of the feed. To cut costs, farm tilapia are often fed cheap fillers like corn, soy, and even animal waste. This unnatural diet changes the very structure of the fish's flesh, creating one of the most imbalanced omega fatty acid profiles of any food. Here's what that means. The ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids is close to 1.1 or 2.1. Farm tilapia? That ratio can be as bad as 11.1. Why is that dangerous? Excess omega-6 acts like gasoline on the fire of inflammation, fueling conditions seniors are already fighting: arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, and even Alzheimer's. Studies have shown that eating tilapia can raise inflammatory markers in the body more than eating bacon or hamburgers. Imagine thinking you're making a healthy choice with tilapia, only to find out it's actually stoking inflammation worse than fast food. But that's not all. Tests on farm tilapia have revealed contamination with dioxins, highly toxic industrial pollutants that accumulate in fat tissue and stay in the body for years. Dioxins have been linked to cancer, immune system suppression, and hormonal disruption. For seniors who are already more vulnerable to toxin buildup, this is especially concerning. Unlike wild fish, which develop firm, nutrient-dense flesh, farm tilapia often contain lower levels of beneficial nutrients like omega-3s, selenium, and vitamin B12. What you're left with is a fish that's nutritionally poor and chemically loaded. It fills your stomach, but provides little of the healing, protective benefits you should expect from eating fish. This is why researchers have called farm tilapia the nutritional junk food of the seafood world. It looks healthy on the outside, but delivers a hidden cocktail of inflammation, toxins, and empty calories. For seniors, the consequences can be serious. Worsening arthritis pain from chronic inflammation, higher risk of heart attack or stroke due to imbalanced fats, greater vulnerability to infections, long-term cancer risk from dioxin accumulation. And the sad part? Most people eat tilapia because they think they're making a safe, budget-friendly choice. But when you consider that there are affordable, wild-caught fish with far superior nutritional profiles like sardines, cod, or trout, there's really no reason to put your health at risk with farm tilapia. The bottom line is simple. If you're over 60 and want to protect your brain, heart, and joints, avoid farm tilapia altogether. It's not just neutral, it's actively harmful. The 4 best fish for seniors. Now that you know what to avoid, let me introduce you to the 4 fish that can genuinely transform your health. These fish are clean, safe, affordable, and loaded with the nutrients your aging body desperately needs. Best fish. Number 4. Wild-caught Pacific cod. When most people think of healthy fish, they jump to salmon or tuna. But hiding quietly in the background is a nutritional powerhouse that deserves far more recognition: wild-caught Pacific cod. This mild white fish may not have the fame of its pink-fleshed cousins, but when it comes to senior health, it punches far above its weight. A single serving of Pacific cod delivers about 40 grams of complete high-quality protein, all while containing less than 2 grams of fat and only around 180 calories. That's an almost perfect nutrient profile for seniors fighting off sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that impacts nearly 50% of people over 80. Without enough lean, bioavailable protein, muscles shrink, balance falters, and independence slips away. Cod steps in as one of the most efficient protein sources you can find, nourishing muscles without overloading you with unhealthy fats. But Pacific cod's magic doesn't stop at protein. This fish is a superstar when it comes to selenium, a trace mineral most seniors don't get nearly enough of. Just 1 portion of cod provides over 100% of your daily selenium needs. Why does this matter? Selenium is like a microscopic shield for your cells. It supports thyroid function, keeping your metabolism steady, strengthens your immune system, and acts as a powerful antioxidant, fighting off oxidative stress, the invisible rusting process that accelerates aging inside your body. Seniors with higher selenium levels have been shown to enjoy better cognitive function and lower rates of age-related disease. So when you choose cod, you're not just feeding your muscles, you're protecting your brain. Beyond selenium, Pacific cod also delivers phosphorus, which partners with calcium to keep bones dense and fracture-resistant, and vitamin B12, an essential nutrient that becomes harder to absorb with age. Without enough B12, many seniors experience anemia, fatigue, and nerve problems. Cod offers it in a natural, highly absorbable form, giving your nervous system the fuel it needs to keep your memory sharp and your mood steady. Now let's talk about purity. A major concern with seafood is contamination. Many fish species live long lives at the top of the food chain, accumulating mercury and toxins along the way. Cod is different. Wild Pacific cod live relatively short lives in the cold, clean waters of Alaska, which means they absorb far fewer contaminants. On top of that, Alaska's cod fishery is one of the most sustainable, carefully managed fisheries in the world. That means you can eat cod regularly without worrying about mercury overload. And if you've struggled with digestion after eating fattier fish, cod may feel like a relief. Its firm, flaky texture is light, easy on the stomach, and generally well tolerated, even for those with sensitive digestion. To get the full benefits, avoid frying or grilling cod at very high temperatures. Instead, the best method is to bake or steam it gently at medium heat. Pair it with a drizzle of olive oil or a few slices of avocado and finish with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. This not only enhances flavor, but also helps your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins more efficiently. Bottom line, wild-caught Pacific cod may not look flashy, but it's one of the most efficient, clean, and senior-friendly proteins you can put on your plate. It strengthens muscles, protects the brain, supports thyroid function, and guards against oxidative damage, all in a low-calorie, low-toxin package. For seniors serious about staying strong, sharp, and independent, this fish is a quiet hero worth eating regularly. Best fish number 3. Sardines. At first glance, sardines don't look like much. They're tiny, packed into little cans, and often overlooked next to flashier seafood like salmon or tuna. But here's the surprising truth. Sardines are one of the most powerful superfoods seniors can eat. Don't let their size fool you. These small fish carry enormous health benefits, especially after age 60. Let's start with their biggest claim to fame, omega-3 fatty acids. Sardines are one of the richest natural sources of omega-3s, delivering more per serving than nearly any other fish. Why does this matter so much for older adults? As we age, our bodies naturally produce more inflammatory compounds. That inflammation is the hidden culprit behind joint pain, arthritis, heart disease, clogged arteries, and even cognitive decline. The omega-3s in sardines, especially EPA and DHA, act like natural firefighters inside your cells. They cool down that chronic inflammation, improve blood flow, and protect your arteries. Studies consistently show that seniors who eat fatty fish like sardines at least twice a week enjoy lower rates of heart disease, improved mobility, and even more stable moods. But that's only the beginning. Sardines are also one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, a nutrient that quietly becomes harder to get after 60. Our skin loses efficiency in converting sunlight into vitamin D, and many seniors unknowingly become deficient. That deficiency leads to weak bones, higher fall risk, slower healing, and even depression. Just one can of sardines provides about 40% of your daily vitamin D needs. Combine that with the calcium and phosphorus in their soft, edible bones, and you've got the perfect trio for bone strength. Every bite of sardines delivers calcium in its most bioavailable form, easily absorbed and paired with the nutrients that help it stick to your bones. For seniors worried about fractures or osteoporosis, sardines are like a nutritional insurance policy. Here's something most people don't realize. Sardines sit at the very bottom of the food chain. Instead of eating other fish, they feed on plankton. That means they accumulate virtually no mercury or heavy metals. Unlike larger predatory fish such as tuna or king mackerel, this makes sardines one of the cleanest, safest fish for seniors to eat regularly without worrying about toxic buildup. Beyond omega-3s, vitamin D, and calcium, sardines are also loaded with vitamin B12, a nutrient that becomes harder to absorb with age. Low B12 levels can lead to fatigue, memory loss, and nerve problems. Sardines provide it in abundance, keeping your nervous system sharp and preventing that foggy-headed feeling many older adults describe. And let's not forget about protein. Sardines pack complete, easily digestible protein that helps seniors maintain muscle mass, a critical factor in preventing falls, preserving independence, and keeping metabolism active. Researchers have found that seniors who consume sardines regularly tend to have better cardiovascular health, stronger bones, and improved mental clarity compared to those who don't. Of course, preparation is simple. Canned sardines can be eaten straight out of the tin, added to a salad, mashed with avocado on whole grain toast, or stirred into pasta with olive oil and herbs. Because they're shelf-stable, affordable, and versatile, sardines are one of the easiest ways to add consistent omega-3s and bone-strengthening nutrients into your diet. Best fish number 2, wild-caught Alaskan salmon. If there's one fish that nutritionists around the world consistently rank as medicinal food, it's wild-caught Alaskan salmon. For seniors, this fish is not just healthy, it's transformative. Every bite delivers a powerful combination of nutrients that support your heart, brain, muscles, and immune system in ways few other foods can. The first thing that makes salmon stand out is its omega-3 content. Not just any omega-3s, but the two most valuable types, EPA and DHA. These fatty acids are essential for brain health. Research discovered that seniors with higher DHA blood levels had larger brain volumes and stronger memory performance compared to those with low levels. That means salmon doesn't just slow brain decline, it actively helps your brain stay sharp and resilient even into your 70s and 80s, and it doesn't stop at the brain. Omega-3s are also powerful anti-inflammatories. They reduce chronic inflammation that contributes to arthritis, stiff joints, clogged arteries, and poor circulation. Clinical studies have shown that eating wild salmon at least twice per week can significantly lower inflammatory markers linked to heart disease and joint pain. For seniors struggling with daily aches, this can make a noticeable difference. Now let's talk about protein. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at using the protein we eat. That's why many seniors continue to lose muscle mass, even if they feel they're eating enough. The solution? High-quality, bioavailable protein. Wild-caught salmon provides about 40 grams of premium protein per serving, giving your muscles the raw materials they need to stay strong, support balance, and prevent dangerous falls. But here's a secret most people don't know. The beautiful pink-orange color of wild salmon isn't just attractive. It comes from a rare antioxidant called astaxanthin. This powerful compound is like armor for your cells, protecting them from oxidative stress, the rust that slowly wears down your body as you age. Studies show astaxanthin not only reduces inflammation, but also supports skin elasticity, eye health, and even endurance. Wild salmon also shines when it comes to micronutrients seniors often lack. It's rich in selenium, which works with vitamin E to protect your heart and reduce cancer risk. Vitamin B12 and B6, which support nerve health and energy metabolism. Vitamin D, which strengthens bones and boosts immunity. What makes wild-caught Alaskan salmon especially safe compared to farm-raised salmon is its purity. Alaskan salmon swim freely in clean, cold waters and eat a natural diet, which means they're naturally low in contaminants like mercury and PCBs. Cooking salmon the right way makes all the difference. For maximum nutrient retention, bake, steam, or grill gently at medium heat. Pair it with vegetables and a drizzle of olive oil, and you've got a meal that not only tastes amazing, but also supports longevity, strength, and brain power. Best fish number 1, rainbow trout. When people think of the healthiest fish, salmon usually gets all the glory. But if you're over 60, there's one fish that quietly deserves the crown: rainbow trout. Why? Because it combines the nutritional benefits of salmon, cod, and sardines, while being one of the cleanest and safest fish you can eat. Here's the first thing that sets rainbow trout apart: safety. Unlike many farm-raised fish that are crowded, pumped with antibiotics, and fed unnatural diets, rainbow trout raised in the United States are subject to strict regulations. They're raised in clean, freshwater systems with carefully controlled conditions. This means you don't have to worry about mercury, pollutants, or hidden chemicals. This makes trout one of the most reliable choices for seniors concerned about toxins building up in their system. But the real magic of rainbow trout is its omega-3 content. A single serving delivers around 1,000 milligrams of omega-3 fatty acids, right in the sweet spot for heart protection. Omega-3s don't just keep your arteries flexible, they also reduce chronic inflammation, the root cause of many age-related conditions like arthritis, stiff joints, and even cognitive decline. And trout isn't just about omega-3s, it's also loaded with minerals that seniors desperately need. Potassium. Nearly 70% of seniors over 60 struggle with high blood pressure. Potassium works to balance excess sodium, helping regulate blood pressure naturally and reducing stroke risk. Phosphorus works hand in hand with calcium to protect bones and prevent fractures. Iron boosts red blood cell production and helps fight off fatigue. Zinc, critical for immune function, healing, and maintaining taste and smell as we age. Then there's the B vitamin profile. Trout is particularly rich in niacin, vitamin B3, which supports healthy cholesterol levels by raising HDL, the good cholesterol, and lowering LDL, the bad. Seniors who get enough niacin are at a lower risk for heart disease, a major win for cardiovascular health. Add to that a healthy dose of B12, which keeps your nerves firing properly and helps prevent the fatigue and brain fog many people experience after 60. Another hidden gem in rainbow trout is its vitamin E content. This antioxidant protects cell membranes from damage and supports immune defense. Combined with omega-3s and selenium, vitamin E creates a triple shield against oxidative stress and age-related decline. And let's not forget one of the most practical benefits: ease of eating. Trout's mild flavor and tender, flaky texture make it incredibly easy to digest. For seniors who sometimes find fish too oily, too strong, or too tough, trout is gentle on the stomach while still delivering world-class nutrition. Finally, rainbow trout is versatile. You can bake it, pan-sear it, or even grill it with herbs and lemon. It adapts beautifully to different cooking methods without losing its nutrient profile. That means you're less likely to get bored and fall back into unhealthy eating patterns. Bottom line, rainbow trout is the ultimate senior-friendly fish. Clean, safe, nutrient-rich, and delicious. It supports your heart, brain, bones, and immune system all at once. If there's one fish you could eat regularly to age stronger and healthier, rainbow trout deserves that #1 spot. Final thoughts. Making the switch. So, there you have it. The full truth about fish after 60. Some can silently damage your heart, brain, and joints, filling your body with toxins and inflammation. While others can nourish every cell, protect your memory, and give you back the energy and strength you thought you'd lost. The choice is simple, but powerful. Keep eating the wrong fish, and the risks quietly pile up. Stroke, memory loss, joint pain, even accelerated aging. But choose the right ones: wild salmon, sardines, cod, or rainbow trout, and you're literally feeding your body medicine every single week. What you put on your plate today becomes the quality of your life tomorrow. It determines whether you'll be strong enough to carry groceries, sharp enough to enjoy conversations, and confident enough to live independently well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start small. Swap out one dangerous fish for one healing fish. Add just 1 or 2 servings of the right kind of seafood each week. Over time, those small steps build into a future where you feel stronger, clearer, and more alive. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, share it with someone you care about, and most importantly, subscribe to Live Better Health so you never miss our science-backed strategies for staying strong, sharp, and independent. Turn on notifications so you're the first to know when we post new videos designed to help you live your best life after 60. Now, I want to hear from you. What fish do you eat most often? And after learning this today, will you change what you eat for dinner tonight? Leave your answer in the comments below. I read and respond to as many as I can. At Live Better Health, we believe aging should never mean decline. With the right choices, your best years can still be ahead of you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.